Welcome
Welcome
to Shade
to
in the
Shade
City.
in the
I'm
City.
Trees,
It's Nose.
and today we are getting into Nels's favorite show, Tommy Force. We're jumping right back into it, episode 4, and it seems to be pretty good. What I've seen so far, I can't
You
write
gotta,
as fast as I watch, huh?
I just noticed you got a sippy cup today.
Oh yes, I'm mixing water. We had a really wild brunch night.
Oh, I spent my entire
I ain't
day.
never been to brunch and been there all day.
Yeah,
all day.
I spent my entire day trying to get my life back on track.
Yeah. But we had fun. It was good. We haven't had a night out like that. No, day out like that in a while. So we can appreciate it. But let's get into it. Tommy Force, let's get shady. Where's my pen?
You got nails, girl.
Oh, yeah, I got my nails done. So we get back into this episode and we learn Tommy has stamina, y'all. Him and Glow still going.
They still going at it.
I don't know. He clearly takes his ginseng or ginkgo biloba, whatever he needs. But they still going at it. So there wasn't really much there. They just still fucking. But then we get to Jannard and Elijah, and they step up in a diamond shop. Elijah's like mad paranoid, like looking over his shoulder. And basically, Jannard's like, why are you tripping like this? I know he didn't say this, but what it gave me, he was like, that motherfucker is eating love and praying somewhere or some shit like that. He ain't. He said it differently, but that's basically what he said.
He said he off meditating somewhere. He probably off meditating somewhere.
But yeah, so no, Elijah is basically like, motherfuckers is going to be looking for you. Like these OGs that, got respect and been with Diamond for a minute. Don't think you just going to be able to walk away. And I'll let you finish the rest, Nels.
He was basically like, fuck them. Yeah. Fuck them. I gave up my future for Diamond. And he doesn't give a fuck about any of the consequences. And he was like, all the plans that I had are now lost. I put in 15 years for this shit. And
apparently he wanted to go to college, y'all.
Yeah, apparently he wanted to go to college. He's like, I'm not about to just put in all this time and let this motherfucker just snatch it from him. And Elijah, I guess he's trying to be the voice of reason. And he's just like, you know what that's gonna take, right? Like, are you ready for that? Like, you ready to do what it takes? And he's basically like, yeah, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as you with me, as long as you got me. And Elijah agrees. So then a young boy walks in named Renard. Apparently.
It's D-Mac. That was his name. The caption.
On the thing it told me Renard.
Maybe they were thinking, because no, it definitely said D-Mac. It came up again when he was talking about the homies.
Jesus. Okay. So, he's like, you need anything? You need anything from me or whatever? And he's like, you know what? I do. I need you to get me a bunch of smart motherfuckers together. And he's like, I guess he's naming off people. He's like, okay, well, I got Smoke, I got Hartman, I got Cream. And apparently Cream is some super light-skinned dude. And I don't know what the hell Jannard was thinking, but this kid don't know the difference between Albanian and albino. And you think he can get together some smart niggas?
That's what I was going to say. That's what my notes say. Basically, we find out
he can't decipher who the fuck is. He can't decipher who the fuck is smart because he don't even know what the difference between Albanian and albino.
Bless his heart.
So basically, Jannard lets him know, look, you get the bodies, and I'll take care of them. I'll get their minds, basically. So I guess he planned on doing like the military and just fucking them up in the fucking head. Okay.
whip them into shape, brainwash
Exactly.
So Liliana is back at Tommy's apartment to discuss their new plan since the deal fell through with the CGI Flynn shit, right? We also learned that she is hypoglycemic, and Tommy does not know what that is.
And he keeps no food in his house, apparently.
Well, he gave her a pack of gum and said, "I just saved your life." And I'm mad because he got seasonings. I caught note of that when he said that he got seasonings and stuff sitting on the stove, and so you just don't use this.
It could have been left over from when the other dude was there.
That's what I was thinking, because I'm like, it's the big joints too. It's not even like the little small.
What I'm confused is why Liliana always go to his house looking for shit. She got her own place.
Facts.
Why she don't eat before she leave? Pick up something.
Well, that's a great point, Shade Squad. Please let us know why Liliana don't make herself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something before she leaves.
This ain't the first time he ain't had shit in the fridge, so fool me once.
So he discusses rocking with the Yardies, and Liliana gives me the impression, and correct me if I'm wrong, Nels, but she gives me the impression that she's not trying to fuck with it like it's small potatoes to her. And she's like, why would you want to do that? And why would you, why would you leave New York? And she just starts questioning a lot of stuff.
Yeah, especially since Ghost is gone. She's like, why wouldn't you be trying to be the king of New York? Why are you down here trying to basically work for scraps?
And that's when Tommy basically lets her know this is his time to run shit.
And you seeing this shit all wrong. Huh? And you're seeing this shit all wrong.
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm. And he's like, this isn't New York, and this ain't about Ghosts. This is about me and my shit. So he's like, if you don't want to fuck with the Yardies, you ain't got to fuck with him. But I know what I'm doing because, he's doing some separate shit with Diamond. He then questions her about Claudia Flynn and her role in the family business. Liliana tells him word on the street is daddy won't let her get near any of the product. So Tommy doesn't believe that bullshit.
Well, no, it wasn't that he didn't believe. He's like, what do you think about Claudia Flynn? And basically from what she explained, it's like, I feel like she has a silver spoon in her mouth, basically. If she didn't, she'd be pushing perfume samples at Macy's
for $12.50 an hour.
And he's like, well, she ain't. She got some shit. And he's like, that's when she was like, well, daddy won't let her go near the product. The bitch got her own. Okay. That's what it is. It's that Walter Flynn don't know about that shit. So, he wants her to track her. He wants Liliana to track Claudia. And she's like, cool. For how much? This motherfucker told this bitch for $12.50 an hour.
$12.50 an hour. I said, damn, Tommy.
I don't know what she said in Spanish, but it sounds close to some fuck you type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. Then we actually cut to see Claudia. Claudia's meeting up with Reggie. Reggie gives me the vibes that he may be from Puerto Rico. Oh. So she presents him with her product and lets him get a little sample. When he asks her, does Daddy and Vic know about this? And she lets him know they don't know and they won't know, or I will take my shit back. So he basically tries the product and he's like, fuck me in the face.
That's exactly what he said.
I love that. I have to start saying the fuck me in the face. So she basically lets him know again that Vic can't have anything to do with it. He gives her a little something for a pre-order and they go from there. He basically tells her, like, watch yourself in these streets. Just be careful, like little sis. So clearly they have some type of bond where.
Well, he said that you're the only Flynn I fuck with. So basically you don't got to worry about nobody finding out through me, but just be careful out here because you're moving behind your family's back. So basically just be careful out here in these streets. Tommy meets up with Diamond at a cafe and, he's like, we good? Diamond lets him know there's no beef, that's his poison, talking about Walter Flynn. And he's like, I don't have to eat it. He was like, I forgive, but I don't forget. Basically, What I thought was hilarious about this scene is, the I don't even know if I should call him the server, but a man comes over to get Tommy's order, and Tommy orders a coffee. This motherfucker look at the cook, look back at Tommy. He said, "What the fuck? This ain't Starbucks."
Okay.
He like, "You think we've been slaving over this stove for all these years to serve your ass coffee?" I was like, "God damn." Diamond is like, "All right, we'll give him a couple of them cookies that you just baked." "Oh, I'm Mrs. Fields now."
All I'm gonna say is, I feel like New Yorkers get a really bad rap when it comes to attitude, because these Chicago motherfuckers have no coof.
Yeah. So he's basically, look, like, fuck both of y'all. You sit down with the champ, you need to eat like one. And takes off. I'm like, if a server, oh my God, like, if they gave a fuck about what the fuck I eat, I would just be floored. Like,
right?
The hell? So, anyways, Vic walks in, and Tommy is like, "You invited this nigga?" He's like, "Man, look, his father's sins are not his sins. He reached out. Let's hear
the boy out."
Exactly. And Vic goes to sit down, and he's like, "Look, I didn't tell you to sit down. Like, you wasn't invited to sit." So he's like, "I know that shit wasn't you. The reason why his daddy got his panties all in a bunch." Well, who was it? His grandmother or some shit that happened to?
Who?
Was it Vic's grandmother that it happened to?
Oh, it was Vic's aunt and uncle, he said, I thought.
Oh, okay. He's like, "Okay, go on." And he's like, "I know it's not CBI style," basically. And then he gets invited to sit down.
Right.
Basically. So, he lets them know, like, "I've been trying to explain to my father that the drug game has changed. And, my father's not down, basically, but I am." And they're like, "Yo, like, secrets, we ain't trying to do no secrets. Secrets bring drama."
Right.
Fires back, and he's like, "Oh, so your brother know about this little sit down, this meeting?" Motherfucker, like, all right, like, you got it. So the man comes back and tries to get Vic's order, and he's like, "Oh, let me just get a coffee." Tommy's face was like, "Nigga, you said the wrong shit." He's like, "This must be some white boy shit."
Right.
Sit down in my motherfucking restaurant, take up my goddamn table, and motherfucking order coffee.
And cookies.
Right? All right, Chicago. Okay. So then we catch a glimpse of Liliana following Claudia around town, and, doing as she's told for her $12.50 an hour, taking pictures of Claudia. And she's I guess she's sending them to Tommy. So the flunky, we still don't know the flunky's name. Okay. The flunky is the guy who hangs around with Walter Flynn, in case y'all forgot. Okay. But he's walking along right now. He goes to, like, where there's a bunch of homeless people.
He looks like he's under a bridge or something.
Yeah. So then he walks up to this homeless guy who apparently is his son. And, the son is asking him for money, and he's like, "No, your mother
we're not doing that." He's like, "I'll give you some food, but we're not doing."
Exactly. And he kind of begs him. He's like, "I'm sick. I need some money." He's like, "I'm not giving you no money until you get clean." And he's begging his father, and he gives him money. Which it seems like did not make him feel good, but he doesn't want his son to be sick.
His son is dope sick, unfortunately.
Exactly. So he doesn't want his son to be out there struggling.
As much as it bothered him, if he was probably more worried about his son being dope sick than he was
exactly
trying to get him off it.
Exactly. So Tommy, Diamond, and Vic, they pull up to a yard, I guess, that used to be a slaughterhouse.
Yes. I'm glad that you got that.
Yeah, Diamond's grandmother's slaughterhouse. And I guess this is where they were supposed to meet the Yardies, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, that's what I got too.
Yeah, because Vic asked, like, why are we backtracking fucking with the Yardies? And motherfucking, well, at this time, Tommy's getting the pictures that Claudia's sending, and Diamond gets a call from Elijah. And Elijah's letting him know, look, y'all gotta go. 5-0 got you all over the scanners, and y'all gotta clear it.
It's going down.
And literally, they had like no fucking time because the police came literally right then and there. And we saw the cop, we don't know the cop's name either, but we saw the cop that works for Vic. He's like, man, I know that cop. But they all went the opposite way.
They're chasing like after these guys in a truck with guns. It's like real
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, it was real Wild Wild West. Claudia, and we meet person 2. Mai is her name, y'all. Mai. Yeah, they finally gave her a name. So Mai is Claudia's little Asian boo, right? She wants to know how they get more product, as basically what Mai brought is just not going to cut it. Cut it. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're so stupid.
She asked her if she made the batch, and Mai lies to her, which would have been a red flag to me. She just sat and lied in your face. But she lies to her and she said, yeah, I made it. And then she's like, are you sure? And when she presses her on it, Mai lets her know, no, I had a chemist help. So she's like, so how about we meet that chemist? And Mai is like, well, you want a lot of control. Like you're calling a lot of shots. And she was like, well, is that going to be a problem? And Mai's like, no, I just wanted to make sure I was working with the right friend. And she's like, oh,
you have a problem.
Mai, you better watch yourself. Claudia look a little crazy. And so basically, I guess Mai better be setting up that meeting with the chemist. Then we get into Vic and Tommy. They're riding around in his car. And basically, Vic suggests going to the bar to have a drink. So it happens to be Glow's bar. And once Tommy realizes, he's like, nah, bro, I'm good. I think he picked up on something, like something ain't right, whatever. So Vic gets out the car and he's like, it's okay. I already know you fucking her. I said, well, then Tommy was like, so why would you still do business with me? Why would you try to make money with me? And I'm smashing your old lady. And he's like, I'm not going to let that get in the way of money just because we're on a break right now. I said, well, so basically Tommy's like, that's some weird shit, but okay, cool. But he's like, I'm still not fucking with you. So you go ahead and over there and fuck with her. And then I missed it after that because he said something about his little head, or he said, I only need one head. And I was
basically they both agreed that the money comes first. So yeah. Tommy is just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep on fucking her. Money come first. So yeah, we can still do this business. And nigga, I don't need 2 bullets for your little ass head. It would only take 1. That was basically what he said. Because he made a statement about him putting 2 bullets in his head. And then Jannard meets up with
Diamond.
I'm sorry, yes, with Diamond and Elijah. They're all in the barbershop, it seems like. And Jannard is getting his ass basically like, yo, are you serious? Like the fucking Yardies,
white boys.
Like the Yardies, and he's like, yo, it's prime territory. Like the fuck? And he was like, okay, you let these white motherfuckers convince you. But when I was telling you about it, it was a fucking problem. He was like, you was trying to nickel and dime. I'm trying to take over the whole entire operation. And he's like, yeah, now you with these white boys. And, he's like, I don't know what time you got, if you're on a suicide mission, nigga, but I ain't spent 15 years just for you to be on some shit and you can go back to jail for life. You're making all types of wrong decisions. So basically, Diamond lets him know, look, it's not Tommy. He's just, Jannard is not fucking with Tommy at all. But he's like, look, you need to make a choice. You need to make up your fucking mind because Janari's that nigga feeling some type of way. He ain't fucking
He
with
and our
Tommy.
ultimatums around here.
For real. Like, nigga, I thought you was already out the business. This business. So why are you worried about my business? Basically, he lets him know, look, you got lucky that Elijah was on the scanners, because that would have fucked you up. And you'd have went right back to jail for life.
Got to be more careful.
So, Vic walks into the house and he's like, what's the emergency? Walter tells him CBI, Diamond Sampson, and those fucking yardies again. So now we know who set it up. We know who called the fucking police, especially because
that nigga set me up.
Especially because the cop that we were referring to works for the Flynn's. So He knew nothing was going to happen to his son. So I was like,
it's ruthless out here.
Right? So, Vic tries to talk to him and he's like, look, listen. And his father's like, no. All right? You listen. Basically, I decide what's right for this family. And Vic is like, well, I was thinking about our future. You would have no future without me. Okay? You're going to piss off.
I am your father.
Basically, Vic, I am your father. So basically, he's like, this is all for you, for your legacy. You're going to piss all over that? Cradle to the grave. And Vic is like, if I walk away from my legacy with glow, that means I'm not a man, right? Yeah. Okay, but if I stay with you,
I'm still gonna be a boy.
And walks the fuck. Look. Drops the mic.
And I'm here for it, Vic. And then they around here throwing glasses and it was getting real heated.
He did. I didn't even mention that. Yes, he flung the glass like he wanted to. But his father said, what, you want to go? Oh man, you sick.
You know what? I believe that old man sick, but he'd be like, I am your father. I would still whoop your ass.
He probably just do a one-hitter quitter for real.
Or he might have to do it. He might have to hit a ghost in Tariq, and I'll pull a gun on your ass and show you. I'm not going to fight you. Nigga, I'll kill you. You better stop. Look, I brought you into this world, motherfucker. I'll take you out.
Oh, my Jesus. Okay, so then we see Tommy and Gloria at her bar, and she's basically explaining like, well, I did try to tell you there was somebody. Yeah, he's like, yeah, did. I know. So she's like, you understand then, huh? He's like,
this ain't my first time.
He's like, I think I'm gonna find a different bar for a while. Business comes first. Thanks for welcoming me to Chicago. And she's like, yeah, it was very memorable. Yeah, leave that girl alone. Bring your ass back home. Okay. Don't make that face.
She doesn't mean you well, Tommy. She doesn't mean you well.
So as he's walking out the bar, he runs into Walter fucking Flynn. Tommy makes it known, nigga, you are the last motherfucker on this earth that I wanted to see. Like, what the fuck do you want? So Walter Flynn is like, you around here chipping away at my city, ain't you? Like, nigga, you supposed to be gone. You supposed to be leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, I hear there's a storm coming for you and your side chick. What did he say? Sidekick. That's a side chick. For you and your sidekick. We know who he's talking about. Diamond. Because he can't stand this motherfucker. So he tells him, look, if you drag my son down with you and you're shite. You're shite. He said, I am going to bring, what did he say? The big shoulders of Chicago upon thy head. I want to know where this man is from or where he's supposed to be from. I just want to know. Okay. But then Tommy's letting him know, look, I'm not dragging your son nowhere this motherfucker don't want to be. If anything, I'm lifting his ass up. You ever think about that, motherfucker?
Mm.
And look,
pull him up by the bootstraps.
Look. Why he keep on getting the mic dropped on him? Because that was another drop the mic moment.
Yes, it was.
He just walked away. Walter Flynn, you're gonna have to come up with some shit, because all these motherfuckers just dropping the mic on your ass. Just
they serving you, they giving you good reads.
Saying some fly shit and then walking the fuck away, homie.
Reading you to filth. Mm. All right. So Vic, Mr. Vic, he gets pulled over, y'all, by the dirty cop. And we learned, I thought his name was something totally different. Nels got the correct name. What is his name, Nels? Seamus. I said Vernon. I was way off, y'all. Way off. Anyway.
You giving all these people all different types of names. You giving JP, Melvin, Seamus.
And that still sticks. When I write it down, I be really thinking about his real name, but I be like, Tommy sees Melvin. Like, that's what I put down in my notes. So anyway, Vic is with Seamus, who we learn is the dirty cop. He basically lets him know that, basically he's like, did I see you the other day? Out.
Yeah, he was like, what you was doing in the back of the yard.
Messing with CGI. Like, what are you doing? And he was like, no, you didn't see me.
I don't know.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like Diamond, what? Sanford? What? Who are you talking about? And he was like, yo, we playing this game.
Who?
Right?
What? Nigga, who? And I had to take y'all back. That was like,
So Seamus is like, we really playing this game? And he's like, no, nigga, I ain't playing. You should have been the one to tip me off.
Right? And I love what he says. He said, your use is minimal, but your needs are getting
he said your leverage is minimal.
Right.
He said your leverage is minimal and your needs are excessive. And you can't take care of your sister on a cop salary, motherfucker.
You ain't always gotta use big words.
Who needs who? Because just like there's one of you, guess what? I could buy another one. Letting him know what you're trying to leverage for my money is not enough, sir. You're not giving me what you're supposed to give me for what I'm paying for. And you can't take care of your sister on a cop salary. And this motherfucker gets offensive. Don't talk about my sister. Don't say shit about her. He's like, you know what? You're right. I said enough. Rolls up his motherfucking window, did not pay him. Okay? And took the fuck off. Okay? So then, we meet JP's father. Tommy is sitting down with JP's dad.
I was just about to ask you, who's JP? Go ahead.
Melvin.
Melvin.
And the dad is like, okay, well, you got Kate's eyes. But you got any other similarities beyond that? And JP feels like, I guess maybe that was offensive. And he's like, no, it's fair. Like, he don't know me. I don't know him. And he's just like, basically, I understand why you told him that she was dead. Because we know Tommy don't fuck with his mama, okay?
Okay, we know she wasn't the best mother.
Exactly. So he's like, basically, well, I know if Kate raised you, you gotta be fucked up. I don't remember what he said. Candy. What did he say? Something about candy. Did he say like cotton candy and something ice cream cones? I don't know what the fuck he said, but basically you ain't all sugar and rainbows, motherfucker. Basically. You gotta be fucked up somehow if she raised
by Kate.
And he's like, yeah, I am. Apparently JP, they had a private sidebar where JP told him, yeah, he's like about a 7, maybe 7.5 or some shit. The fuck, nigga, y'all discussing how fucked up I am. And he's basically explaining, I tried my best, doing the best I could, raising JP at 17. And I thought it was so cute. Like, well, Tommy tried, he's like, yeah, you did a great job. He's like, motherfucker, don't interrupt me. I'm on the motherfucking roll. Let me do this shit, okay? But he explains, he was like, my son was soft as fuck. He believed in the motherfucking tooth fairies, and he was like 9. And I thought it was cute. They said that he used to put down powdered sugar footprints to make him believe that it was a tooth fairy. And
Tommy was like, point. Well, why would you?
He said, if the tooth fairy can fly, why the fuck you believe the goddamn footprints?
And he looked mad as hell. Like, why would you say that?
He was like, damn, that's a good motherfucker. He's like, I ain't thinking about that shit. But he had a good, because I thought the goddamn powdered sugar footprints was cute as shit. So, basically he's like, what type of mother will leave her child? He's like, a mother ain't worth shit. He's like, yeah. And that's Kate.
Yeah, we know that's Kate.
Basically. So, he lets him know, basically, my son thinks with his heart. He leads with his heart, not with his head. So he's like, if you hear the complicate shit, nigga, you could just keep on moving, Right. And Tommy's like, I ain't here for that. Clearly his whatever fuck he got going on is complicated enough already. And he gets a text from Liliana that's telling him to meet at Fairmont Avenue and to bring Ghost. Tommy like, oh shit. Basically, he like, I gotta go. I hope we can be cool, in the future. And Daddy give him a little look like, he's like, maybe not. Basically, I
still don't know about you,
but exactly. So then, because we had these scenes was going back and forth. Okay,
yeah, we had to break it down.
We had to chop it up like this. Yeah. So we're gonna take it back to Liliana. Liliana walked into her house. I guess she felt like she had a long day. She's taking her shit off. These motherfuckers come out of nowhere, fucking her.
2 motherfuckers that ambush her, and they're like, "Where are the drugs, bitch?"
We knew they was coming back for him.
Tommy said it. They
was coming back from. So she's like, I don't know where they are. Motherfucker pulls out a goddamn. Well, he was smoking a cigar. He takes a cigar and burns her arm with it, and she's just like, my dad used to do that with the same cheap ass cigars. I was just like, bitch.
I told Nels off camera, I said, for someone who's trying to save their life, they don't do a very good job of like.
Well, I don't know, because some motherfuckers feed off of your fear. So who the fuck knows? But they threatened to burn her eye next with it. They got pretty motherfucking close before the bitch said, look, I'll give you the drugs. Okay, she's like, I'll give it to you. And
all it took was an ash to fly in mine. I'd be like, oh, that's it. Okay, let me tell you where it is.
So after that, they say in their language that they'll kill her after they get the drugs. So this is around the time that Tommy gets the text. They pass her the phone. Tommy gets the text, and Liliana's just sitting in the back of the car waiting, and they getting pretty impatient. Like, the fuck, the boss is waiting.
We think your connect's not gonna show, or the person.
Exactly. Yeah. They send one person to go meet at the what the fuck? Where was they supposed to meet? I guess to go wait with the boss, right?
Which is a she. We learned it's a she. The boss is the boss lady.
Yes, it's a she. So yeah, they're like, it's coming. Give me your phone. So they take her phone. They see that it's Tommy, and message where it says, "Who the fuck is Ghost?" Out of nowhere, motherfucking bullets flying. Tommy come out of motherfucking nowhere, like fucking. I don't know, fucking superhero and shit, fucking hood superhero and shit, right? And this bitch, I don't know what the fuck she had in her hand. Tommy going back and forth shooting with the passenger. Out of nowhere, this bitch pulls out some shit and starts stabbing the motherfucking passenger in the neck. What the fuck was that? Where the fuck you had that? This whole motherfucking time. I guess they had a gun on her the whole time, so I guess she really could have did shit. But then, she like, where the fuck was you at, motherfucker? He's like, thanks. You're welcome, basically. Like, thanks would be nice, for saving your fucking life. And he is like, run their shit. He pulls out their shit and sees that it's the Serbs. And he like, yo, what the fuck? And she's like, I didn't know. I just killed him. I didn't know who I was dealing with, which I believe is a motherfucking lie. So, she lets him know that there's another one. There's a twin, I guess, of the driver that they need to go get, and that the boss is a she. She lets him know as well. And apparently they pushed this truck that these two dead men now are into a river.
So they're always conveniently by somewhere where they can just get rid of a body. It's really...
Or burning up whole cars and shit. I mean, that wasn't really a convenient spot, but
yeah,
I guess you make it convenient. Tommy brings Liliana to Diamond's barbershop, and Diamond is like, yo, what the fuck? You need a babysitter? Why is your shadow always with you? And basically he's like, yeah, like I need to make sure she's kept safe. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna go get Jannard. Jannard comes. Well, I'm sorry. While he went to go get Jannard, he lets Liliana know to keep your mouth shut and your ears open. This shit that you got us in with the motherfucking Serbs is some shit, basically. And she's like, you got history with them? He's like, yeah. And it ain't good. Basically, bitch, that's why you should have been honest from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
About who's fucking drugs. I'm just saying. So Jannard comes and he's like, fucking Scarface. Because Liliana has a big ass scar that goes like this on her face, right? She's like, nigga, basically, you got my money. And Tommy's like, well, basically, this will be fun. They'll get along great. Let's go.
Let's go for a walk.
Exactly. So Liliana not fucking following instructions. She's talking shit. She's like, it must kill you to watch me while your brother
runs around with Tommy,
making moves with Tommy. He's like, look, if you want to go off with that white boy and get himself got, that's his business. Okay, it ain't got shit to do with me. And she's just like, well, they're handling business like children. Basically, she just talking mad shit. I don't know what the fuck is this bitch's end goal. I don't know what the fuck she got going on. Okay,
to die with a whole bunch of money, with no money, what is going to happen? But it just seemed to die. It looks like death is on her
radar. That's what she's looking for. So, he asked her, did Tommy give you that scar? And she's like, nah, but he's responsible for it.
Yep.
Basically. And she's like,
you gonna take accountability, Tommy.
Right. So he's like, then why are you still running around with him? Like, the fuck? And she's like, well, I go where the money is. He's like, nah, it gotta be more than that. She's like, no, it never is. Now give me my paper so I can leave.
Right?
You're like, yo, you never finished the job, homie.
Run me my money.
He's like, you never finished the job. She's like, because you were trying to fuck me the entire fucking time. You're like, okay, basically. Well,
and there was no HR department for me to report my.
He's like, you still never finished the job. She was, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have time to stop by HR to report your fucking ass for trying to fuck me the entire fucking time. So he tried to reach up and touch her goddamn scar on her face, and she's like, nigga, pay me and then you can touch it. The fuck?
And he's like, that is sexy as shit.
Mm-hmm. Niggas. So then we see the Serbs land.
Y'all.
We see the Serbs land in a helicopter, and we see who the boss lady is. There's a guy who shows.
I feel like I remember her though. Wasn't she the sister of the guy?
Her face didn't look familiar to me. But it's possible since she's clearly next in line. So a guy shows her a picture of Liliana on a phone. She's like, one little fucking girl, one little brave fucking girl put all this shit in motion. Hops in the car and takes the fuck off. Okay.
Well, we all know she's going looking for Liliana's ass.
Basically. Then
and we all know
Tommy and
Liliana will
Diamond.
snitch.
Well, so Tommy and Diamond, they're walking down the street, and just like everybody else want to know, apparently, he asked, "Are you
smashing?"
And he like, "Nah, mm-mm." But we got history. You know, she used to be my carrier, and I thought that scar was to identify her. Some shit went left, and you know, I was ready to take the bitch out, but my partner spared her life. You know, basically, and now the Serbs know what the fuck is going on, and it ain't gonna, I don't think it's gonna be spared for too much longer. Tommy is like, you know what, actually, I think I'm on their motherfucking radar now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm their motherfucking target. Okay? I got history with these motherfuckers. I killed the fucking old boss. And I believe he said, what is it? Ronovan Makovic?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. Apparently, Diamond was telling him basically when that's called, shit goes left. Like, that's the motherfucker that you don't want to be around for if they got to call him. So, you know, Diamond is inquiring about like the split, you know, if he helps. He's like, oh, 50-50 plus, you know, I'm gonna charge you tax. He's like, well, what if I take my, you know, what if I bag him up myself? Okay, well, no tax, nigga, then it's just 50-50. But, you know, Diamond, he lets him know, look, the Serbs control a big ass part. He's like, the Serbs control a big ass part of the West Side, and they savage as fuck. So I can't rock with you on this one. And he's like, look, I'm gonna need you to meditate, drink, pray, do whatever the fuck you need to do to get some motherfucking answers on this one. Because once you start with these motherfuckers, that shit cannot be undone. And Tommy takes off. We know Tommy ain't scared, so.
All right, so we learn, or we see D-Mac. D-Mac is out here in these streets, and he's like, we're gonna run up on this farm, we're gonna light this bitch up. And his homeboy is like, so, no, we're gonna get this money, let's rob him too. And he's like, no, we're not gonna do that. That wasn't a part of the game plan. He's like, no, nigga, what the fuck we doing all this shit if we ain't gonna get no paper from it? He's like, no, we not doing that. Suddenly we see JP run out. You see, I had to think about it. JP runs out, and he's like, what the fuck are y'all doing with a baseball bat?
With a bat.
Hey.
And he tells them to drop the straps and I'll knock your head back. Motherfucking Marshall, D-Mac's
He
friend.
said, I'll play. Apparently, baseball is a big thing there. Because everybody's playing baseball and everybody know how to knock your cap back with your baseball bat.
Got to do with coming to a damn gunfight with a knife. I'm just saying. So then basically Marshall
in New York, it would have been a knife. In Chicago, it's a baseball bat.
It wouldn't have been a knife in New York either. It's just stupid. Motherfucker. You know they got guns. So basically, you know, his friend Marshall, he's like, oh, okay, this shit just got interesting. And he pulls out his motherfucking gun and points it at him. And D-Mac is like, nah. And he shoots up at the light above him. I guess to cause a commotion or whatever, because there was a lady across the street that was like, I'm calling the police.
You Negroes outside, I'm calling the police.
Exactly. So, you know, the friends hop in the car. They're like, yo, let's go. Let's get in the car. Let's go. And D-Mac is just sitting there stuck. Like, he ain't going nowhere. He's just staring at what we believe to be his daddy. Okay, JP is his daddy. So now we know.
And it really messed me up. I didn't think I was going to get to do this on Force, but apparently I do. Go ahead.
So basically, he just standing there stuck. And, you know, what's his face? JP is just like, why are you fucking with my club? And D-Mac just sits there staring at him and then runs off. But we have gathered that this is JP's son. JP is aware. I'm sorry. D-Mac is aware, but JP is not. So then quick little next scene, we see Tommy looks like he snuck up on the Serbs and trying to hear what's going on. And then he just took off. You know what I mean?
He was hiding in the bushes.
He was hiding in the bushes. You so super, Trace. So Vic goes to Gloria's bar. And it seemed like he waited till she kind of left from behind the bar. She looked like she was going to serve food or something. So he gets behind the bar, you know, I guess maybe he's helping her out. He takes orders and she comes back and she kind of walks past him like, he finds a napkin with, I guess a house. It looked like a house of mountains or something on it. And he's like, oh, I thought you threw this away. It's just a napkin. No, it's our dream house. And she was like, no, it's a pipe dream. And I believe she threw the shit in the sink and he picked it up and put it in his pocket. Let me tell you something. This love that Vic got for Gloria is something different. Okay. Because we know what you're going through. We know how your father feels. We know you want her back and want her in your life. And we know that she was fucking Tommy and you just like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. You're like, this my bitch. She ain't going nowhere. Bitch, I'm here. I ain't going no motherfucking where. Motherfucker probably still ain't get back the goddamn key. So then Jannard is held up, you know, still with Liliana. And he's sniffing coke and she's like, I feel like I'm the one babysitting you.
He's like, don't do that. And he offers her something and she's like, I don't do nothing that I don't cut. I said, okay. Exactly.
Which is very, very smart.
Very smart.
So basically, he's just like, you never answered the question on how you and Tommy linked. And she's like, how much you gonna pay me for that answer?
Because you asked a lot of questions. You asking all the questions.
Right. So he hands her a stack of money and he's like, you know, that nigga gonna die regardless. I got 10 times that if you don't want to pull a trigger. That bitch snatched the money. She's like, that's never gonna happen. Bitch, you handle your shit on your own.
Right.
Right. So
that sounds like a personal issue.
She gets a text from Tommy that's letting her know, like, let's go. All right. So she's like, okay, you paid in full. And she lets him touch and kiss her scar. I don't know what type of fetish shit
Jannard got going on.
But how me? It's kind of weird. So then Claudia meets up with she's with Mai and the chemist. She finally meets the chemist. And I guess, you know,
Dahlia,
yes. She tries to, I guess it seems like maybe she tried to make her feel comfortable, offered her a drink. She's like, no, I'm good. She's like, no, you need a drink. Well, okay, Claudia, we pushing alcohol on bitches. Okay, well. And
you're gonna drink, but you're gonna eat the cake.
Exactly. Right? Drink this shit in me.
Right.
So Dahlia addresses Maya and she's like, I thought, you know, our work was done. Claudia's like, why are we so formal? But you got the gig. Dahlia is confused as fuck. She's like, what job? Well, no, I'm sorry. Claudia was just like, the question is, how much bitch do you want? And Dahlia's like,
can I consider my options?
No, she's like, what job? What? I ain't apply for shit. What job are we talking about? That bitch said the secret sauce, bitch. We want whatever the fuck you doing to get that shit the way you get it. Bitch, we want that. And we need a huge amount. So we ain't got time to
and nobody knows how to cook it like you.
Basically. And she's like, well, can I consider my other options? And Claudia's like, fuck no. No, bitch. What are the options, bitch? You falsified pertinent, fatal test data on that diet pill. And I got all that shit on record, bitch. So what other options are you are you referring to, man?
And she's like, I don't know what she told you, but I never did anything. And then she's like, well, no, Maya's willing to testify.
Guess she got you there, bitch. Guess she got you there. So then Tommy
gets a call from... Well, I ain't gonna say that. Huh? I think Maya and her gonna end up dead, but that's just my business.
It's quite possible. So Tommy gets a call from Tatiana. He's not surprised by that at all. He was like, "Oh, what the fuck took you so long? It's like I've been waiting on you.
I knew you was looking for me. Here I
am." So he shows up, alone, or seems so, and he's taunting her about her brother Jason. I say, hey, this motherfucker, he's an asshole. And he's like, you know, it would have been great if Jason could have been here. She's like, he's dead. Says the man who killed him. Like, we keeping score.
Tommy said, I ain't do that.
Be like, we keep a score. So she lets him know, nigga, I thought you killed Ghost. Why everybody think Tommy killed Ghost? Jesus Christ. And she asked about Liliana. He's like, you don't give a fuck about Liliana after you got me? The fuck?
And she's like, no, I want her. She took 4 of my men. I think I deserve her, or I want you.
Yeah, she's like, that's only fair. He's like, he gave her the coke, and he's like, look, fair is overrated. Take the coke, take the L, and take your ass the fuck home. Basically. She's like, well, what if, I guess the guy that Diamond was talking about, Mirovic, she's like, well, what if Mirovic hears that you're in the shot? She was like, let me just kill you and we're even. How the fuck you even make a negotiation like that? Like, yeah, let me just kill you.
I'm going to just kill you real quick. Bang, bang.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, okay. Fuck you mean? Tommy's like, kill me, bitch, I'm dead. Remember? And apparently, so I don't remember this, but she says that she helped him get away with that shit.
So basically, Tommy faked his death, is what I'm getting.
This, according to this conversation, she's basically saying that she saved his life, and then Tommy took hers. Basically,
that was just short and sweet. That was just cut it down for you.
Vic came out of nowhere, killed off her 2 niggas, and this motherfucker stabbed a bitch in the neck, talking about you should have never mentioned New York, bitch. Then it ends with Liliana saying, the storm is coming. And he's like, that motherfucker is already here. Tommy already know it's about to be some shit. So we are episode, what episode is this, Trace?
We are now in 4. It's 4.
We are episode 4. 4 episodes in. And from the...
They gave this one. They gave.
From this, we know shit is about to get deep. Okay? Whew.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for another review of Tommy Force. Episode 4. We will catch you next week for episode 5. And I love how they are just giving us the meat and potatoes before like the end of everything. So I can appreciate that. Thank you, stars.
It's a lot of meat and potatoes.
It's a lot of meat and potatoes. But please make sure that you guys like,
comment,
subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And don't forget to show your girl love in the Cashapp because it's my birthday month, okay? We are 36. Okay, 36. Anyway, but thank you guys. Make sure you're following us, and we will catch you next week for another episode of... Actually, you might not catch us for a while because it's my birthday. It's my birthday. So yeah, you won't get us on Sunday.
We'll make it up.
Monday.
We'll make it up.
We'll make it up. We'll catch up. We got some living to do, people. Okay? Thank you guys. We appreciate your support. Love you. Good night.
Mwah.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!